My nephew is a young teen. He lives with my brother, his dad, his stepmom, his younger stepbrother, and his half-sister, who's a baby. My brother's first wife died 5 years ago. My brother remarried last year, but has been with my current sister-in-law for the previous 3 years. My nephew gets along really well with my son and daughter, and they hang out together a lot at my house. My brother never minded before, but recently decided that since my nephew doesn't consider his stepbrother and half-sister his siblings, more time needs to be spent together. So he wanted me to be the bad guy and tell my nephew he's no longer welcome after school. I told my brother I wasn't going to take the blame, and he needed to talk to nephew if he wanted to make things work. My brother said it would be better coming from me, but I didn't go along with it. So my brother told him I said he wasn't welcome anymore. So nephew came to me, and I was honest. His dad wants him to spend more time with his stepbrother and half-sister. These are the terms my nephew uses, and so he decided he shouldn't spend time at my house anymore. My nephew is angry at his dad and told him that taking away the people he wants to spend time with won't make him want the other two more. So he said he's not going to run to bond with him because he doesn't have his cousins. He'll just do other stuff. My brother is annoyed that I told my nephew the truth. He said I had no right to undermine him and hurt their relationship by making nephew dislike him. So I told him he did it himself. But when he said it wasn't my place, something stuck. So, am I the idiot? Here we go. So, my girlfriend's sister is getting married at the end of this month. The invitation had already been sent out. The problem started when my girlfriend received an invitation, but I didn't. She then told me her sister said that I wasn't allowed to come, since her wedding only allows married or engaged partners or family members to attend. It's funny because I've been with my girlfriend 4+ years, and her family considers me as their own. We attend every function together as a couple. But honestly, I don't care if I'm not allowed to attend. My girlfriend, however, did care and told me she wanted me at the wedding, and the only way to make that happen was if I proposed to her and announced our engagement. I didn't agree for several reasons. Number 1, I'm still in the phase of grieving my deceased dad. And number 2, I can't afford the ring my girlfriend always wanted right now. Heck, I barely have gas money until the end of the month. My girlfriend said I should borrow from my family or friends, but I didn't want to deal with debt on top of rent, you know? My girlfriend insisted this was the best solution. I asked her why she couldn't talk to her sister again and see if she agreed to let me attend if it's such a big deal for her. But she said she already has, but her sister and her fiancé were stubborn. I said, sorry, looks like I'm not going to be there, I guess. My girlfriend threw a fit, saying she wants me there so badly, and I'm not trying as hard as she is right now, and insists that the best thing to do is to propose to her ASAP and make it official and attend the wedding together. I refused, and she cried about letting circumstances win this situation, and again said I wasn't doing enough. As I said, I don't give 2 bits about being invited, but seeing how this is a huge deal to my girlfriend, I think maybe I'm negative and dismissive. I have a friend named Lisa. Lisa and I have been friends since we were in elementary school. We bonded over our shared trauma and crappy childhood. Lisa isn't the easiest person to get along with, and so she would often make up fake stories about her life for people to like her. It was pretty harmless at first, but it's gotten more careless and extreme as we've gotten older. Some of the things she would do are make up stories about her life, post it on the internet, or go into a chat room or even in real life with strangers, and they would be so believable that it would get people to feel bad for her, donate money to her, and shower her with attention. Recently, she's been talking to this guy. They built up quite a good relationship, like a father-daughter type relationship, all based on a lie. He seems to care for her. All was fine until she pretended that she was hurt. She sent him a goodbye letter and everything. The dude became worried and blew up her phone every day for over a week to see if she was okay. My friend wouldn't respond. It wasn't until he stopped messaging her that a few days later she messaged him with some crap excuse that the guy was so worried and upset about what he thought Lisa did that the stress caused him to get sick and he had to be hospitalized. When Lisa heard this, she became upset, saying she didn't mean for it to happen and didn't know what to do. I suggested she apologize and tell him the truth, and she said she would. A few weeks later, we were hanging out, and she was talking on the phone. It sounded familiar, so I asked who it was. It turns out it was the guy that she hadn't come clean to him or apologized. Instead, she manipulated him into feeling bad for her. This made me mad that I ended up exposing the truth to the guy. Lisa was not happy about this whatsoever. She called me selfish, jealous, entitled, saying I took away her only form of coping. Our other friends are saying that I should have given Lisa time to come clean on her own terms, and that it wasn't my place to tell the guy, and that by telling him, I ruined any chance of them ever being friends again. 24 female, boyfriend Theo, 25, and I have been together for 3 years, about to be 4. I've been living with him for the last 2 years. He's kind, handsome, smart, and I thought honest. Despite the both of us being young, I felt hard for him. I dreamt of getting married to him. I saw him looking at rings recently, so before all of this, I guess he was going to propose, having kids with him, etc. Ever since I was a child myself, I have wanted to be a mom. I wanted to experience pregnancy, have at least 2 kids, etc. God, I even picked out baby names. However, I didn't plan to have kids anytime soon, since I have not yet established my career properly. I met Theo through a mutual friend. She told me about some accident he had when he was younger, and she says he told her that he was infertile. We were dating for like 3 months at this point. She brought this up randomly when we were at my sister's baby shower, and I mentioned wanting kids. I went home to ask Theo about this. It wasn't really that big of a deal at that point because I could have easily parted ways with him. We were not serious at all and not even exclusive. But that day he told me he just told it to our mutual friend as a joke, like I got hit in the balls and now I can't have kids, and that he was not infertile. He told me about this after I told him it would be better to part ways since we're not serious anyway, and I want kids, at least a chance to have them. 4 days ago, a friend of ours announced that she was pregnant. That got us talking about kids. I told him that I was excited thinking about the future and whatnot. He got serious and told me we needed to talk when we got home. When we got home, he said that he lied to me about not being infertile. I lost it. I yelled at him for lying and am currently staying with a friend. I don't know what to do or how to deal with this. On one side, he lied to me about something so important, but also I love him. I have loved him for 4 years. He texted me saying that I was abandoning him when he needed me, and I just felt so guilty. He is currently begging me to come back, and I don't know what to do.